Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, over the 12th man, and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Oh, he's got some space. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open. So tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets him up, makes the big play out to the left.
And the Buckeyes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Here's a heat. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Well, you see the offense trying to hook up on that in route, but the receiver just not able to create enough separation to complete that throw.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll drag him
this opening drive, the offense trying to be aggressive, attacking deep down the field, but they're going to have to do a better job of taking advantage of those one-on-one matchups because that time the defense won. They were able to high point the football, creating the interception.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. From the gun, the ground game. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21. Texas A&M going quickly.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
He put some heat on that one down the middle. He's got it. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. How long have the Aggies been fishing for jumbo plays like that one?
Just dying for it. They just want high-flying offense. They want fun. They want excitement. They had it back in the day with Johnny Manziel. Been searching for those big-time plays, that big-time offense since that point.
Looking for a crease. It's Moss. Hard running there. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. To the air, it's Reed. Here's the pressure. He's got him. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before. He makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Quarterback making checks. Got his man. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Back to pass on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moss. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Looking downfield on first down. He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Aggie!
The quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. With the return. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Making side adjustments here. They go to the ground. Breaks into the open. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. The Aggies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Quickly out to the tight end. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Wants to go up top on first down. Forced out of the pocket. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Back to pass, it's Reed. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be fourth down after the rare drop from this dude.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll try it over the left side. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get into the ground. That is a ball.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown.
Stop fucking taunting on me, bitch.
This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
From inside his own 15, looking for a press. And the returner is stopped. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. Makes the grab on the big throw. Off to the races. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ohio State.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of.
Going for the big play. He's got it inside the 30. 10. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry
Can't fuck with me, bro.
as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his big tight end. Turning it on. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
And the defense was locked in. You can tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
The Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. To the air, it's Sayin. Shows him the stiff arm. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. from the gun, wants to pass. He's going to fire deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Buckeyes will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Quickly to the tight end. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Going to the running game. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Back to throw, it's Sayin. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just threw that one way too far.
Well, after throwing that incompletion down here on the 1-yard line, if you're on the offense, let's get back to running the football. Let's see if we can be the more physical side, get some push up front, and run this thing in for a touchdown.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here. At the very end of the first half, when you got to have it, execution has got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
Time to get off a play before we head to halftime. He might want another play. Wants to throw. It's Reed. Here comes the heat. Now adjusting. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
And holding on to the lead, the offense will simply take a knee, and that's how we will wrap up the first half. The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. touchback, the ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Looking to throw on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Aggie. Once he got some room, it was over.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. From inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, Dave.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the...
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Taking it the other way.
Your bitch ass off my game.
Drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
And these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
He'll bring it out. It's Rodgers. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get it back and lets it fly. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that's a big shot. That's a big incompletion. But this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this off.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. 3rd and long. No secret what he needs here. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they can't connect. Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Complete to start this drive. Feeds him the stiff arm, and he's running free. And he'll get it up to the 30. It'll be a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Buckeyes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Grab behind the line. It's Smith. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
From the gun, the running back has it.
great running backs consistently make people miss. And he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, to the next, to the next. The offensive line going to have to do a lot better job, giving him some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
And the Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. Thrust that arm out. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a...
Touchdown, Ohio State! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Talk about an offense finding its rhythm early.
So nice to find the end zone early, get that confidence going. The defense is showing exactly what you'd expect them to do. Offense taking advantage. Great start for the offense.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking for room. It's Moss. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got a man, it's Craver. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. Oh, he's got some space. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it's picked off right at the goal line.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. To the air on first down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. Shows him the stiff arm. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player, but this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
Caught in the backfield, it's Tate. At the 35, he's open. Smashes him with the stiff arm. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. The Buckeyes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And back to the air on second down. Complete to the right. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the fourth quarter, they're going to be gassed.
From the red zone, it's Jackson. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Unloads quickly. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
The Buckeyes will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Man, you see all the time this running back has spent in the weight room this offseason. Did you see that stiff arm? He just pile drive that defender into the ground, get off me, and he's able to walk in for the score.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll leave it with him.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And the Aggies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Might be changing the route. To the air, it's Reed. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Aggie. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Let's see what he can do with the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll try the run. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
And the Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Well, this quarterback, I think, has earned the right to take shots here late in the first half. They've had a lot of success. They've got the lead. They're not going to play it safe. He's going to make good decisions. And when he
breaks into the open. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. On the move, it's Jackson. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll give it to the back. Plows through the... And another broken tackle.
Wood took everything on defense. Just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, Dave.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys, because they're about to punch this thing in the end zone.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Buckeyes trying to cash it in on first and goal. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw, it's Reed. He'll off one deep down the left side. Fires into a world of traffic, and it's picked off. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
He's got it at the 30. Into the secondary on the right. Touchdown, Buckeyes. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. The give to the tailback. Got the first down and still on his feet. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. And the Buckeyes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Turning it on! And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. The offense changing the play. Dropping back, it's Reed. Moving away from pressure. That's caught. It's Concepcion. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he got away from the defense.